I this week received a general prophetic word, and it's from Steve Witt, who is a recognized prophet to this house. And he sat in my office about 3 or 4 weeks ago, and he said, Paul, the Lord said, administration's time has come. It's dear to my heart. I'm hoping it might become dear to your heart. See, the problem with the word administration is that we've boxed this thing away in a corner and said, we really don't want that. Lots of us think that administration is to do with clerical work, filing and stuff like that. I actually do not agree with that. I believe that administration is the gift of steering towards the vision. It's the gift of leadership. It's the gift of government. That's what it is. I'm not belittling the clerical stuff, the filing. It needs to be done. I actually think that might well be the gift of helps rather than the gift of administrations. I've said this before. I'll say it more than once during this message, I'm sure. But I believe that Moses had the gift of administration. So some of you in the room now who've had a prophecy about being administrators, who've thought, I don't want that, give me something more exciting, I might manage to get you to perk your ears up, because Moses, in one night, organized 1 million+ people to do the same thing at the same time, in the same way. That's the leadership, administration, steering towards a vision. There's a promised land. We're heading there. One night, 1 million people, the same thing, the same way, the same time. He led 1 million at least, from slavery to freedom. Do you want the gift of administration for that? I do. He also spent 40 days and 40 nights on top of the mountain in the presence of God. He received the most intricate instructions for the most beautiful and wonderful and elaborate construction that the world up until that point had ever seen, and maybe still ever has seen. It was called the Tabernacle of Moses. He received the instructions, and my understanding is he had his arms full with 2 tablets that had the 10 Commandments on them. He had no other place to write down the details of that building, but he carried them from the top of a mountain down to the bottom of a mountain, and he led a group of people. He steered that group of people to build the tabernacle, the greatest place of worship probably that this world has ever known. I believe that that's the gift of administration. So here's a prophetic word regarding administration. Quite simply, this is from Steve Witt. Its time has come. It is on God's kingdom radar. Anointed, flexible armies are about to be released to form the wineskins of his kingdom. They will be different sizes and shapes with balloon-like structures. Admin people whom have been wrongly labeled as Martha will instead emerge as they were meant to be, Marys on a mission. I like that. They will shed the pressures of being business gurus and instead be kingdom stewards. They will understand structure but not bow to it. They will provide new paths for leadership and have as their driving force fruitfulness and multiplication out of the presence of the Lord. Instead of shame from seeming less spiritual, they will have double honor. They will be a highly sought commodity. Instead of confusion, they shall rejoice in their portion. Therefore, in their land, they shall possess double. Everlasting joy shall be theirs. If you heard Chris this morning, the end of this next sentence is exactly what he said this morning. Bethel will have a school of business and administration. Students will be sought out of Bethel as problem solvers and creative dreamers to being peace in chaos. Students will also be started to plant businesses as well as churches. Administration's time has come. He's building for a harvest, and he's building for cultural transformation. He's building for the increase of the harvest, and he's building for the transformation of the kingdom. The two will go hand in hand. And I believe he's releasing. I believe this is a moment. This is a moment in history where he's releasing a gift, the gift of administration, the gift of leadership, the gift of stewardship, the gift of steering towards the vision. And every one of us needs it. Doesn't matter what job we're doing, we need it. We need that gift. And I long to be in a church a movement which is growing the next generation and the next generation. See, administration without the supernatural will kill a move of God. But the supernatural without the administration will not pass it to the next generation. I want to start by anybody who believes, and I mean, maybe this will just be everybody, and we'll see where we go after that, and we'll get some people to sit down, because there's a couple of things I feel like about going after. And I want to pray generally in terms of releasing an impartation. But I feel like if you feel right now that your current circumstances, that you need the gift of administration, that you need that released into your life, and I'm talking about a gift that is about leadership, everything that I've shared, then I want you to stand up. That your current job, you need that. You need a gift of administration. It is a supernatural gift. It is what Moses brought down a mountain. And I just want to pray for you that you receive that. Father, would you right now release supernatural gift of administration on everyone who's standing in this room? We claim that prophetic word from Steve Witt. We claim it for ourselves. We say yes. We are not going to be second class. We are not going to be accused of being Marthas. We are going to be Mary. As Bill would say, we're going to go to Jesus, find out what he wants to eat, and go to the kitchen. We're going to be Marys on a mission. We receive this gift. We no longer are we going to live with shame, but we're going to receive the double portion. We position ourselves to receive this gift. The gift of administration, it's in the same verse as healings. It must be pretty important to you, Father. So I ask that is on my life. That which I have on my life, I ask you to release it now to everyone. And I ask that there will be tangible evidence of increase.